Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast presented by RambleOnSports.com. It is Friday, October 6th, and I can't really decide what I'm going to do for this college football picks. I don't know what to do with the NFL. We are kind of in the middle of what the hell is the market doing? What is Vegas doing? Is this the part where we start losing money and Vegas starts winning money? I don't really know. But you know what's important is we've got the Bears, Commanders tonight. Max decked out in the orange and blue. I know we're recording on a Thursday. You're listening on a Friday, but Max is fired up. Max is ready to go. So we are going to get primo amped up tailgate version of Max today. We've got Sean back as we always do, repping the Pens. Cheers to hockey season kicking off here. And it's just the boys back here. We're just shooting the shit. How we doing, guys?
Good, man. Long ass week. It's kind of nice. Like, right. Usually I don't like when my teams play on like a Thursday. It kind of ruins the fun on the weekends. But this is a much needed. I need to a little early to my weekend. I get it a little earlier, so I like it. And go Bears. We'll see how it goes. Not excited.
Max, win or lose, you get Sunday to just relax. 7 hours commercial free football. I think you'll enjoy that. But
That's true.
Max, just because you might have not even seen this yet, just because we literally just started recording here. I don't know if you've looked at your phone yet.
Mm-hmm.
I have just some sad news, actually, real quick. I don't want to be sad at all, but Dick Butkus passed away. I think it just was made public. One, that's just very, very sad.
Yeah.
Just absolute legend for Chicago fans and NFL fans alike. But maybe the Bears will be playing with a heavy heart. There's the better aspect of it. Sometimes a guy having a kid, backs against the wall, playing emotional things like that.
Yeah.
So very sad. Wanted to give you a heads up as I just saw that come across the timeline here, but maybe the Bears come out with a little bit more of an edge tonight.
Yeah, I did not hear that. So yeah, R.I.P. to a Bears legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, that kind of gives me more reason to sprinkle money line.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, for him. Yep.
Big.
Let's
go.
Yeah, Sam, I hear you. Like the stock market right now, it's been in a little bit of a correction. People are seeing their funds go down. They're seeing their FanDuel or DraftKings accounts go down. But why do we play? Why do we bet? Why do we invest? Because it's a roller coaster in the short term, and it's long. It's just a fucking money machine in the long run. So let's start winning. Let's get on the right side of these bets here, and let's get on a roll.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And Max, from personal experience, last Thursday, Packers got and I'm not even going to go into it. They just got their asses beat and then handed to them on a silver platter by the Lions last Thursday. It did make Sunday, when you wake up on Sunday, you're like, fuck, the Packers don't play today. But hey, you know what? We took that ass kicking, and by Sunday morning, everyone forgets what happens on Thursday. And so on to Sunday, and as Sean said, I got to just chill, watch 7 hours of commercial-free football, and took a little nap in there. Factored in some good food. I took the dog on a walk. It's a much less stressful experience, and then having a good Saturday always helps out too. So yeah, you'll be okay. And then just means you're going to make more money on Sunday, and whatever might get lost today will be gained back on Saturday, Sunday. So you got an extra couple days to make that back.
And for the slate too, Sunday morning, you got the London game, which is a pretty good one this week. Jaguars, Bills. If you want to foot in some footy at 11:30, you got Arsenal and Man City, 1 and 2 in the Premier League last year. That should be a battle, and then lead you right into 1 p.m.
I love that. I love the London footy with the London football combo. It's always nice. It's like
footy on footy.
Coffee sports. It's like coffee golf. It's coffee.
Yeah, just like some coffee golf.
Yeah. So I love that. Yeah. Overall, good weekend from the fellows. We had,
real quick, just before speaking of coffee golf, bleed red, red, white, and blue, but did mention, it was always going to be Europe. Shout out to Max Homa though. He absolutely showed up.
Yeah, that was big. I feel like that's a big confidence thing for him. Like,
Mhm.
watch out those first couple of
Yep.
tournaments when he starts, when the season starts back up.
Some of those pressure putts, in his words, only like never felt that pressure before, just legs like jello. And hopefully coming into majors now, that gives him a little bit more confidence.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. I love that. Yeah. And to your point, you went on Friday, go to check the odds. Maybe let me see what's going on with US, just money line to win the Ryder Cup. It was already like plus 600. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy this and stay away altogether. It was already done from, Friday morning. So it's all good, but we'll get them back in what, 2 years from now?
Yeah, 2 years it'll be home soil. Bethpage out in Long Island will absolutely take it to them there. Really, what it's more about now is it's kind of like everyone wins at home. It's US hasn't won on European soil in 30, 33 years, something like that. So we go back to Northern Ireland in 4 years. That's where it really counts. Like I expect them to win in 2 years.
Yep. Yep. Well, speaking of Ireland, speaking of the Irish, speaking of Sam Hartman, just going to connect all those dots. Sam Hartman with a big game this weekend. Notre Dame bailing us out. I mean, I think, I am a little embarrassed with some of the text messages I sent in the fourth quarter before that last couple drives. Was very disappointed in the way Notre Dame was looking. They looked like shit. The play call was shit. What is it? Fourth and 9, 4th and 10. Sam Hartman scampers for a first.
I think it was 4th and 16, right?
That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, it was long. It felt like 100 yards, but yeah, 4th and 16. Dude rolls out, doesn't see anyone, dives to get the first down. Absolute baller. When we think of Sams, we think of leaders, and so it was great to see him step up in that big moment. But overall, like, I was shitting a brick because I was talking so much shit to my Duke friends about how there was no way that I was going to put alternate spread on 13.5. And good thing I dialed back a little bit. Still got the late cover on the 2-point conversion. That 2-point conversion, I have not been so anxious about. Yeah, exactly, Max. My chest was beating out.
5.5 was killing.
And
too. A lot of people were watching that 2-point conversion very intently.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, when you're in the house and you're supposed to be quiet because it's a late night game, try not to wake up the neighbors, the wife, the family, whoever, the friends. You learn the silent cheer and it's not that loud. Absolutely perfected that. But by the time the 2-point conversion hit, all I was thinking about was money, and woke up the dog, woke up the wife, and shit happens, we learn. But sometimes when you cover like that, you have to just let out a yell. And
It wasn't that way. It was only like 11, maybe 10:30.
Right. Well,
it was like 10:30 because the V game ended at like 11:30.
Well, Queen T. Queen T. She's a early to bed.
But I meant more so for like neighbors and stuff on a Saturday.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah.
Wouldn't get played other than from Wrigley and Taylor.
Yeah. Well, that's why once football season rolls around, you do the pleasant, knock on the neighbor's door. Hey, just so you know, it's football season, and I'm a psycho for the Green Bay Packers and Notre Dame. So let me send you their schedule so you know when to expect. Steps
I have it on my door, so if when you go into yours, you can see it.
Yeah, I'll put the calendar on your window when you walk in. You'll be fine. That way you can see it first thing in the morning. When Sam's decibel gonna go up to 120. So yeah, not to get into too much of the game, some wide receiver shit, not looking great. Hartman just battling through. So we'll take the win at Duke. Tough environment for the game day experience. Duke fans were gonna show out. And after that Ohio State game, bound to be a letdown. Coming back with Louisville this weekend. So they will go back to back to back to back ranked teams, assuming that everyone, cleans house, gets their stuff under them. But we got USC next week. Not that we're looking ahead past Louisville, but looking forward to getting into college football picks here. So Yeah, should be a great Saturday. I texted you guys earlier. I got 5 to 7 picks that I think are rock solid. I know we were talking earlier in the lobby. You guys got some good picks, so I don't want to waste any time going through that. But just want to say that as a squad, college football, we are a combined, let's see, 27 and 15. So we'll take that. Overall looking good. Let's keep that momentum going. Went as a group, we went 1, 2, 3, we went 5 and 3, not too bad. Or no, 6 and 3, sorry. So we are on the right track here. Let's keep it going. I did have the best weekend for college football, so get to start us off here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm really torn, and I have a feeling there's gonna be a couple that get taken off the board, but I want to get this one off. It's a noon game. It is two teams who been playing pretty solid this year. I was really surprised at the points. I'm not going to question the points. I'm going Maryland plus 20.5 against Ohio State. I know. I had a feeling that this was not going to be the only one here, but 20.5 is just so many points. I love Roman Hemby. I think Tagovailoa is going to play pretty solid. And just looking at it, I just, after watching the Notre Dame Ohio State game, I just don't see Ohio State. Not that I don't think they're a good team, but I just don't see them blowing out, anyone really in the Big Ten. I think everything's going to be relatively close in the Big Ten. Give me Indiana plus 20 or Maryland plus 20.5. Sorry.
Well,
Love that. I have that written down. I love
I
that.
do as well.
I will be playing it. I will go to start here. I probably won't play that just since it's already on the board here. Just kind of make sure we get as many. There's other winners out there. I was so disappointed in Georgia last week. Like I was like, you got to show me something. You got to show me that you are like the dogs, number one team in the country, and they're good. They're going to win a lot of games. I expect that. But man, they do not come out of the gates fast. So in the same way where I took them to cover right away, they didn't. I'm going to take them to not cover right away because the UK Cats are coming to town, and that team is legit. Ray Davis, one of the best running backs in the country. Give me UK plus 5.5 the first quarter spread against Georgia.
First quarter spread?
First quarter spread.
Ooh, that's
I think that game is tied. If anything, maybe Georgia's winning by 3. I think UK might be winning at the end of that first quarter because all Georgia likes to do now in these games is give you a scare and have to come back in the second half.
Yeah. I got Kentucky plus 14.5 as one that I wrote down as well. So I thought you were about to do that. And I was like, Sean, we might just have fully cycled. We might have all three. We might go 3 for 3 and just say, screw it. We got way too much exposure.
I know. I hope I'm not getting too cute with it there, but that just seems ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I feel like at best it's 7-3 Georgia. Like it's like Kentucky maybe takes a long drive. They get a field goal. Georgia comes and scores, and there's like a minute left, and Kentucky has the ball, and they're just quarter just ends. So I absolutely love that.
Yeah, Georgia has trouble moving the ball. Kentucky doesn't.
After the Auburn game, I was kind of like, shit, man, I might take Kentucky just outright, just a little sprinkle, just because the way they looked against, nothing against Auburn, but like. It was more just like, oh shit, is Georgia for real the number one? So love that pick. Absolutely love that pick.
Yeah. It's very good.
Max?
I guess I'll get this one out of the way too. Texas -5 against Oklahoma. I think it's at Oklahoma. I get it. And Dylan looks pretty damn good. For Oklahoma, but again, I think we talked about it last week. Like Texas might be the best team in the country. So I think -5 is nice. I think they could win by a touchdown. I'm not saying they're going to blow them out, but 7.5 is definitely scarier than a 5. So I'm taking that 5.
And that's come down. Even since like yesterday, it was like +6. 6.5, I think, as early as like yesterday morning. So, I mean, for this perspective, I love it. I mean, the fact that it's coming down is big for what you're thinking. So, yeah, I mean, overall, Horns down, but for this weekend, Horns up, right, Max?
Money. It's money.
I like
Money
it.
is
Money is money. I love that. I was hesitant. I almost thought about putting the over 59 or 60.5 um in there, but I just don't know. It could be one of those things where both of them haven't really played a team like each other and might just end up being a closer, tighter game. So I think I like that pick. I don't know what I'm going to do with that game. I will play that game. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that one yet. I'm going to wait and see where the line goes. If it keeps going down to Texas's favor, I might take Texas. Um,
yeah, I mean, yeah, a 3.5 or something
yeah,
would be.
I mean, I kind of liked Oklahoma at 6.5. I was like, oh, 6.5. Maybe I'll tease to 7.5 and go with that. But yeah, no, I like 5 there. I mean, dude, that's a noon game. Like we are spoiled with
Rivalry.
this Saturday. I mean, I love to golf. I will not be golfing on Saturday because I want my butt to be in front of two TVs. I'm golfing Sunday because the Packers play on Monday. So that's how we do things. That's how
I
we
am
do.
golfing Saturday, but first thing in the morning.
Good. Okay, good. So
I'll
you'll be
probably miss the
good.
first half of that game, but
I will say it's fun when you're golfing early and you start getting close to that noon time. Everyone's got a little buzz on and everyone's like, all right, what are we playing? What are we playing today? And everyone's kind of getting together, picking picks before
Yeah.
the golf starts. Set a timer though, because it's dumbass McGee right here. Happened to I almost didn't get Kentucky money line, even though I put it on the pod. Didn't realize. And so that was almost kind of scary. I almost didn't get that off. I got that off. It was like, when it switches to live, but the odds are still there.
Yeah.
Went and snagged that right before it could. So, just buyer beware. Let's see. Pick number 2. I'm going with just an ugly slugfest. I think one team's better than the other, but just based off what I've seen recently, I'm going to go under 46 in the Michigan Minnesota game. I think it's going to be, I mean, 46. I could see like a 38-7. I could see a 31, 14. It's not going to be a crazy close game, but I think both teams have hit the under 75% of the time or better. I think Minnesota's hit the under, and I think they're 4-1. I think Michigan's 4-1 as well. So I think it's just going to be an ugly game. A lot of running for both teams. And so give me Michigan, Minnesota under 46.
very nice. I'm gonna take it out west and battle in the Premier Conference, the Pac-12, where the undefeated Washington State Cougars come in as an underdog to UCLA. Now, UCLA is a pretty solid team. They didn't fare too well in their first Pac-12 game against Utah, but Utah's got a tough defense. So I don't know if you guys know UCLA starts that freshman Moore quarterback, Dante Moore. I'm sure it was like a 5-star. I'm sure he will be good, but he is still a freshman. This is where the games really count. If I get Washington State, who they will have no problem scoring points, I believe, as +3. I think they'll win the game outright, but give me Washington State +3 against UCLA.
Cool. And I did see, I don't know if it's changed, but I did see +3.5.
Oh, if you saw, do we have half out there?
I have it at +3.5.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, all right. Better.
You want the hook? You
I
want the
love the hook.
All right.
Give me the hook, please.
Give him the hook. Give him the hook.
I see that hook.
Love it. Love that pick. I wrote that one down knowing that you were going to play that one. It was kind of like, I'm going to write this down. I know Sean's going to play this one now.
Yeah.
I love it. So I'll definitely be playing that one for sure.
Me too. I love it. I'll do another little underdog. Mizzou versus LSU. I really like the +4. I think that's a safer ride, but I think I'll also do some money line. But yeah, for the pod's sake, I think that +4 is just wonderful. LSU looks or Mizzou looks solid. LSU not so much. And fuck Brian Kelly as always. So
Yep. I also So I looked on Tuesday, Missouri was plus 6.5, and it has come down 2.5 points since Tuesday. I almost put Mizzou. I wrote it down. I wrote it down 2 days ago, and then I had to cross it out because I was like, shit. Like, I mean, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I might go money line. Like, yeah, yeah, Max, I love it.
I got the wager in at 6.5.
Nice,
But
nice. I mean, if it's coming down like that fast, shit.
yeah, I'm sure a ton of money.
Oh, something.
You know something.
100%. I like that a lot. With my number 3, I was thinking maybe Kentucky plus 14.5. I'm a little torn on the OU Texas game. I'm going to go with a team that is just quiet. They're rolling. They're up in the hills of West Virginia, and they are getting 6.5 points against NC State this weekend. I personally will be sprinkling Marshall money line against NC State, but for the sake of the pod, give me the plus 6.5. Rashawn Ali, motherfucker, was my number 3 overall draft pick in the college football fantasy draft last year. Didn't play a goddamn game. He is absolutely tearing it up this year. Rashawn Ali, think he's going to roll through. I think NC State's a good team, but they've barely beaten UVA. They've really haven't looked that good. And Marshall has just been sneaky solid. I think they're undefeated.
Marshall, I believe, is top 15 most efficient offenses this year.
For real.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're rolling. So yeah, give me Marshall on that plus 6.5 there. I can promise you I'm gonna play money line, but I'm not gonna put that here. I think at worst it goes into overtime and NC State wins by 6. So that's like worst case. So I absolutely love that. Give me the Thundering Herd. Give it all. Just give me the beans.
Give me the beans. Love it.
Mhm.
And Sam, just like I love the Maryland plus 20, I will be playing that, outside of what we are here. But for my third pick, I'll go also right at the noon slate. It'll actually be a little bit of a sleepy 11 a.m. Central pick. And I'm staying with my theme of road dogs here. Give me the State School of New Jersey. Give me Rutgers at Wisconsin, getting 13 points. The 4-1 Rutgers team, who's been playing pretty well. Tanner Mordecai's line right now for Wisconsin through 4 games, it's 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. Now they beat the teams that they've been asked to play, but the one time they had to play a good team, they had to play Washington State, and they lost. I'm not saying they lose to Rutgers, but I do think it's going to be a pretty crappy game. I think it's going to be pretty low scoring. And with those, it's one of those where you match up the over under is 44. So if you give me a line that's over double digits, I got to take one team to cover there. So give me Rutgers plus 13.
And for the stats, 4-0-1 against the spread. So they pushed once, 4-0-1. Looking good. I completely agree. What's his name? Malusi is out for Wisconsin. I think he's like 1A or 1B of the running backs. They got Braylon Allen, but I think that's going to be that. And is it at Rutgers or at Wisconsin?
It's at Wisconsin. I can't Randall.
I
That's why it's minus 13. That's the only reason.
I mean, jump around doesn't scare me anymore.
No.
Honest. But yeah, I love that pick. Oh, and hilariously enough, I don't know if I can share my screen, but I'm looking at DraftKings right now. It has Wisconsin against Wisconsin in DraftKings. So I'll see if I can snap a picture of that before. So love that pick. Max, where are you going with pick number 3?
I gotta do it. I mean, yeah, last week was very scary, and it was a better team though. So I'm riding Notre Dame minus 6 against Louisville. I think they are still mad about Ohio State and got very close to losing to Duke. They're trying to. I think they just got to show the country and the committee that they're actually a tough ass team and can win some big games. So, and like you said, I think yesterday, maybe a couple of days ago, Sam, like what it's going to be 4 ranked opponents in a row.
Yep. Yeah. We got this one. Louisville's, I think, 25th, and then you got USC next weekend.
Yeah. So always shit on Notre Dame, but yeah, give me that -6. I won't go in, but
I think Max, I think as we've gotten older, I think we used to we used to hate not hate being a Notre Dame fan, but being in Virginia, a lot of shit from Hokie fans and kind of the local areas fans. I feel like you're kind of like, why does everyone hate Notre Dame? I'm just getting to the point. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm what's going on, but I'm just starting to embrace the villain role. I fucking love it. We're not in a conference. We can just fuck up the entire college football playoff. We can ruin ACC. We can ruin USC. We can ruin anyone else. I mean, it is. I'm starting to just embrace the villain role. I used to be like, oh, we need to be like, no, we're Catholic. We're all good boys. And yeah, it's school academics. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. Everyone hates us. Let's just make them hate us even more. Why not?
yeah.
Why not? So let's beat the and Louisville gives up like 30 points a game. Like we're gonna beat the brakes off them.
Oh yeah.
For the sake of it, since we've kind of wrapped up our 3 picks, I do want to just see if we can maybe just have another ad here. I want to get your thoughts as I'm fired up talking about this game. I do like a potential Notre Dame team total over. If I can pull that quick enough. I don't even know if I can actually get that on DraftKings right now.
Probably not.
Over unders 54. So I mean, I just don't know. I just don't think Louisville's offense is going to be able to keep up. I think their defense is trash, and I think Notre Dame's going to put up 35. So I mean, I don't know. I don't see them putting up more than 24. So I like that a lot. Mr. Hartman, look at his props. If you're into like prize picks or any of that stuff with player props, or if you're in a state that has player props, go fuck yourself. But Virginia, get on it. I like it. Any other picks that you guys like for college football this weekend? Maybe some honorable mentions. I know we've kind of crossed over with a couple, but
Yeah. No,
any,
pretty much everything I've written down has been said.
yeah. The only one I didn't have, well, Sean, hold on. You go, because you go. Yeah.
I do. They fresh into the top 25. They score a lot of points. I like Fresno State -6 against Wyoming. I do like we didn't bring it up this game yet in Bama. It's going
Yes.
to Texas A&M. I think this is a game Texas A&M can win. They quietly have been playing pretty well the last few weeks, but I actually will be playing the under 46 in that. I see this being like a gross 17 to 17 game in the middle of the fourth quarter. Maybe 2 more scores happen, but I think a lot of like drives that end in 3, not 7.
Yep. Yep. I like that. I like that. And yeah, I mean, it's at A&M. I know they're fired up. They just had someone come by A&M. I forgot the name. Someone famous that was coming through, getting them pumped up. I forget the name off the top of my head. The only other one I had, and I was surprised. I thought, Sean, I thought you were going to go with this.
No, I do. Do you want me to guess what it is?
Yeah.
It's got to be Kansas dogs against UCF, maybe.
Oh, no, I love that shit. I don't even know.
So Daniels is out,
but
they got the doors wet. They hung in, okay against Texas. Blew up at the end there. Daniels is probably out again, but Dart, what's his name? The backup there. He's not too bad. He's won them a few games. He beat TCU last year as well. So look out for you can get Kansas as actually plus money line against a UCF team. Bean, excuse me, is the guy, Jason Bean. UCF hasn't won a game in the Big 12 yet this year. They're 0-2, so I'm a little surprised why they're favorites on the road.
I'll just hand up. I don't know if I missed it, if I crossed over it. Maybe it wasn't posted on DraftKings at the time I was looking at it. Yeah, no, fuck yeah. I mean, if that's plus one, that's got to be what, plus 105 or something.
And I think they're going to come out, with their head on fire after getting
they're home too
on national TV. Yeah, back at home now.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, stamp that one. That was not the one I was actually talking about. I was talking about your Beavs after dark. They might not be at home after dark, but they're minus 9.5 against Cal. Cal is just poopy butts. And I
I,
love that one
I
too.
appreciate it. That's more just like a principle that goes in my phone every single week, but you're right. It does still deserve to be said.
I would say, would you say the torch has been passed from Joe Mixon over 3.5 receptions to state covering?
I can confirm Joe Mixon over 3.5 receptions has been passed over to the Beavers After Dark covering.
I love it.
Hey, same color scheme though.
Yes, good call.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. I mean, dude, Arizona State beat Cal by 3 last week.
Yeah,
They're
Cal's not
terrible.
that good.
Nope, and they lost to Washington by 27 before that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Oh, good. I appreciate you. Good shit. Good shit.
All right, love it. Okay, well, a lot of good college football. We're gonna be waking up a little hungover after staying up so late watching Oregon State cover, watching Fresno State cover, or you can just set it, forget it, pass out, and wake up with just free money. It depends on some people like just to win money, some people like to watch themselves win money. Kind of just depends on how that is. But let's get into some NFL. I would say not our best, but not our worst week. I'd say better than last week. So a lot of improvement. Sean goes 5-1 last week. Max goes 3-2 with uh Lamar rushing couldn't have been closer. I don't even know what the yardage was. I don't think it was more than like 6 yards off. Uh, I went 3-2 myself, but Tua basically barely covered. He covered his passing prop, but I got a little aggressive with the 300 plus, and they got their ass beat in. And then Philly absolutely blew the doors off my beautiful $750 parlay. If they could just cover 6.5 and stop Jahan Dotson on the last play of the game, we'd be talking about a different story. Still wouldn't have covered the 8, not the point. But overall, yep, Sean had a kick-ass weekend. Max had some solid stuff. Miami was just his downfall. Philly was my downfall. And, we keep it moving. So anything you guys want to talk about that happened last week from a NFL perspective, or we just wiping the slate clean and moving on to this week? And I'm cool with moving it on and just, moving forward after Thursday night. So
All of our teams lost.
yes. So with that, we will move on. Let's go, as we do with our favorites. Mr. Sean had the best NFL week last week, so he is going to be taking the torch with pick number 1. Where are we going with your favorite, my guy?
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to zig where, or I guess zag where most people are going to zig. College football, I think there's a lot in finding the team's momentum. The NFL, everyone's professional, a lot of parity, a lot of bounce back, a lot of things that don't make sense. So I look at Falcons, Texans. I look at one team that couldn't be get more love, playing well. I just watched them absolutely trounce my Steelers last week in the Texans. Stroud playing with a lot of confidence. Texans defense flying around, and I see the Falcons, who now, after looking a little feisty to start the year, just fell flat on their face 2 straight games on a row. So what does this tell me? It's the NFL, baby. This is absolutely going to reverse. So give me the Falcons at home. This line actually is now dropped down, I believe, to 1.5. It was at 2.5.
Beauty.
Beauty. I see on DraftKings right now 1.5. So, and I imagine more money will continue to come on Houston. Like, I'm not going to sit here and have a whole sabermetric for you. I just think Atlanta gets it going. I think they find their offense. I think they find where Ritter doesn't need to pass the ball much, or just put him hopefully in more friendly type of plays and run the damn ball, Atlanta. Jesus.
Yep. Yep. I hear that, man. I like that pick a lot. I was kind of torn on that game. I think when I had last seen it, I think it was like Texans were like plus 2.5 or plus 3. I was like, ooh, I like that 3. Maybe let's see where it goes up to 3.5. Not doing that. It's doing the opposite of what I thought. So
I was just saying my second would be the Lions at -10. I'll probably be playing that as well.
Okay. Yeah. I don't hate that one bit. Lions are just rolling. I mean, they're a wagon, as much as I hate to say it. But I did text you guys on Thursday, and I said that this was the game where we start to look at Detroit as the NFC North leaders and best team in the division. And after watching Minnesota, Chicago, and Green Bay shit the bed, you know, I wouldn't say Minnesota shit the bed. They finally got a win, but that doesn't mean
It didn't look pretty.
yeah, I mean it's the Panthers, same team that the Lions about to beat the shit out of. So
Real, I don't want to divert this too much, so I was not more than like 30 seconds. But Bryce Young, we worried at all, or is it just rookie year? Let's not dig too much into it.
little concerned, but I don't really know the O line situation. I haven't been watching them a whole lot, but I don't know. They got a lot of holes. That's what I'm
looks.
realizing.
It looks very clunky, but you're right. He doesn't. It's not like he has any really good skill position. Like they got to count on, no offense, Adam Thielen, but you wish this was Adam Thielen 6 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely wishing you had DJ Moore back, I guess. And also wishing you had that potential number 1 or number 2 overall pick back too. But I mean, it's one of those things where you get the QB, you get your guy, and next hopefully they give him enough time.
It sucks for them that like Stroud's look so good, but we're 4 weeks into a 17-week season, not even through the technically like the first quadrant. So
yeah,
no,
slightly concerned, but monitoring, I would say. And also they don't have if they had that first round pick, then I'd say that would change a lot, to be honest. Like if they had that number 1 or 2 overall pick, it'd be like
move on.
Bryce Young or Caleb Williams.
Yeah, do like a Cardinals Josh Rosen to Kyler thing.
Yep, exactly. But no, I like that 10.
Josh Rosen actually sucked.
Yeah. All right, sweet. Max, where are you going with your favorite?
I got one that was kind of. It's got me thinking. It's a trap game. It's the Chiefs -3.5 versus Minnesota. Like it's like is Minnesota's due for one? I mean, they have to win at some point, but the Chiefs are looking very good. Obviously beat the shit out of the Bears not too long ago. So I was thinking that I probably still will throw it in a parlay, but I'm going to call this bounce back game for the Dolphins, considering they are playing one of the shittiest teams. I mean, the Bears might look really bad, but this fucking Giants team is something else. -12.5. It's not even that 14 that I had 2 weeks ago. I mean, this is 12.5 against a really bad defense and a very bad offense minus Saquon. So that 12.5, I'm gonna have to take that all day. I don't care. I mean, I don't care how much this. I mean, the fucking Niners was 14. These guys are gonna beat the shit out of them. It's like when you get like USC fucking -20 against Colorado. Like, come on. Well, I guess they didn't cover, but still. Like that was a bad example.
No, it's like don't overthink it. We might during this game watch the literal like players on the Giants, their will break.
Yeah,
like just the will to like play at 100 miles an hour, just not give up, but just like what are we even doing here?
I mean, Darren Waller might start doing drugs again the way that they're looking. I mean, like it's getting that bad. I mean, proud of him and his sobriety, you know that. But it could test his will.
It couldn't really test his willpower.
So I love that pick, Max. I think I totally agree. I'm just a little bitch, and I got a little scared of how many points there were. And also, to my defense, I wrote down that line on Tuesday, -11, already going up 1.5. So I'd say just the way it's looking, I like that a lot. What I would advise people not to do, just for the sake of the way the NFL has been, don't put a money line Miami into your parlay. Don't do it. Just don't. I mean, this bullshit. I mean, the Eagles gave me a scare. The Cowboys lost to the cart. Like this, I mean, not that I'm gonna sprinkle on the Giants, but like I've had too many heart palpitations watching these like minus 400 NFL, winners barely squeak by. I, but I also don't think that even what they put up 28 or 20 on the Bills last week. I mean, there's no reason why they can't put another 40 spot on the Giants, and there's no way the Giants can keep up with that. So
Yeah.
I absolutely love that pick. I'm going with a weird one, and I actually wrote this down as an original dog. So I did some like prep notes on Tuesday, and it was originally +1 when I wrote it. So it was going to be a dog, but I still like them as a favorite as things have swung. And I'm assuming that the news is more about whether Jonathan Taylor's coming back or not this week. And so Titans love ugly football. Both teams are ugly football teams right now. Give me Tennessee -2.5. Gets anything closer to a 3.5, probably won't play. But if it's a field goal right now, it's hard for me not to go with that. I think Titans. I think it's a big Derrick Henry day. I think that it's not going to be a pretty game. I think it's realistically like 21 to like 17, like maybe it might even be like 17 to like 13. So I think it's gonna be an ugly game. I think that Tennessee covers that. A lot of other games I liked, but just trying to think through what teams. It was almost like I was looking at like the Niners Dallas game, and I'll get into that in a sec. But like Niners Dallas, Baltimore Pitt were the other ones in terms of favorites. But at the same time, I was like, who's going to give more of a fight? I feel like Steelers against Baltimore, divisional game. Steelers are going to, they're going to fight for that until the very last second. Dallas, they could roll over and die to San Fran, but part of me just, I don't want to go with Dallas. Like, I don't want to go with the Niners in the sake that this is the one fucking time the Cowboys come through and then they'll lose to the Niners by 40 in the playoffs. But when it comes to regular season, big game, hesitant. So yeah, it was kind of just like this for me. I don't really like a lot of the favorites, to be honest with you. So it was almost more of a process of elimination. I don't know. I think this is where the Titans start kind of turning things around a little bit. I think D Hop gets more involved. I don't know. And I think the Colts are just not good, to be honest. I think Richardson's fun to watch and they're a fun team, but when it comes down to it, I mean, they almost came back to the Rams, but Rams do what the Packers always do, where they get up by like 14 points and then they run the ball 3 times, punt it, and try and quote eat up clock and just let teams get back. So I feel like that overtime game last week with the Rams was more of like yeah, we let them get back into it versus, hey, they're a really good team and they stuck with us the whole time. So
Yeah.
give me
Colts.
Braves. Yep. And divisional game.
Yeah. Colts are the last year's Bears. Like Anthony Richards is gonna
Yeah. I like
have
that.
stats, but it's just the team's not there yet.
I love that comparison. That is money. I'm just babbling and you guys can take my babble and make it much shorter and sweeter. So thank you, Max. Love that. All right. Who's up? Let's see. All right. We got dogs. Lots of good dogs here. Sean?
Yeah, I won't take your babble or make it short or anything because frankly, I don't agree. The Colts +2.5 as my dog of the week. I don't think they are the 22 Bears. I don't think they're a playoff team, but I think Anthony Richardson is exactly the guy that they were looking to draft. I think when he's healthy and playing, I think what they did against the Rams was not a fluke. And I actually give this Rams I was almost going to take Rams +4 against the Eagles. I think this Rams team is a lot better than what I think Stafford's playing some of the best football. And they, almost took it to them, almost won the game. I think the Colts are playing pretty good defense. I think it's a divisional game. They play the Colts all the time. Even if Jonathan Taylor chips in a little bit, I like that. I don't even need him for this line. Yes, maybe the Titans go out and smoke them and I look like an idiot. But I'll tell you what, the Titans are really good at winning and losing and winning and losing. They've done that exactly for 4 straight games. They won last week. So Maybe that means the loss is coming this week. So give me the Colts plus 2.5.
I don't hate it. I mean, every single game that the Titans play is close aside from that Cleveland game. Like
Yeah.
even dating back to last year, everything's close and it's ugly. So I can't hate it. Maybe how about let's see how Saturday goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you owe me a rosé
I
bottle.
do. I
Maybe
have
we do a
accounts
double or
payable.
nothing.
Rose to you.
Yep. So maybe we'll do a double or nothing. Maybe I'll give you a chance on that. We'll see. We might butt heads on liver picks. We're
I'm
only
gonna have to find one of those like wine cellars that just ship you out a cartridge by the end of this.
I mean, I'm gonna see you on Friday, so I better have a nice crispy rosé when I walk in that apartment room.
Yeah. Or if the Colts win here.
Well, yep, 100%. I'm gonna keep that bitch frozen on my train right up, and might get drunk, and then I might have to go get another one on the way. Hopefully, you have some.
Or I'll just drink the
near
one
your
that I bought for
apartment.
you.
Yeah, hopefully you got some wine shops near you. I'll get you your rosé. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I like it. I like that we're going against each other. I feel like it always provides a little extra couple texts. Like, all right, let's go, motherfucker. Oh, and there's Hester. He's fired up. He's ready. He's ready for the Bears. He's ready for the Bears. Yes. 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 He said, Dad, I mean, this is perfect. We're picking our dogs, and we've got a dog right here. So, Max, if you're not too distracted, give us your dog, or Hester, you tell us who you like.
You know, I'm a little farther away. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I must say, I mentioned it last week, and it's the Jacksonville Jaguars being out in London for 2 weeks, and the Bills coming in a week later, obviously, and a little bit of jet lag coming in. So I think that plus 5.5 is fantastic. And just to top it off, oh yeah, jet lag, whatever. That's not really legit. Those guys are meant for, I mean, they go across the country. 3 hours is nothing, but I'm sure that across the pond is a little different. But they're athletes, they're going to be prepared.
Oh.
Jacksonville is 2-0 away from Jacksonville. When they play at Jacksonville, they're 0-2 this year. Even against the spread, but same thing. But this is just straight money lines. But so I think top it off with that jet lag that I do think. I mean, Buffalo's going to come in a little high on their horse because they just beat the shit out of Miami after everyone was saying Miami's the best team in the league and all that stuff. Twitter was saying that, not everyone. But so give me that plus 5.5. I don't know. I don't think they win, but I do think they put up a fight. They're such a weird team. Jacksonville is such a fucking weird team, but I think they could cover an easy 3 points. So give me that all day.
I like that a lot. I think.
Would you wait? What number did you say you have for Jacksonville?
Yeah, 5.5.
Yeah.
5.5. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I like that a lot.
I think you just win that game.
It's also
they just Buffalo in the mouth right away, and then Buffalo's like, "What? We just beat the shit out of Miami. What's happening?"
Yep, and they two things. One, yeah, exactly. Buffalo is going to be riding high after the Miami when they're like, "Yo, what the hell? We just beat a really good team in Miami. What the hell's going on in Jacksonville?" And Jacksonville, I bet you if they stay there a week, they're probably going to get more fans to come to their stadium. They probably did some, little PR things. Hey, come wear my jersey. Come wear my jersey. Here's some jerseys. All of a sudden, is it Tottenham or Wembley this weekend? Tottenham this weekend.
Yeah.
Ooh. So, Tottenham, very well known for unders. More just keep in mind if I am fucking up someone's future pick, don't even say it. Give it to me in a little bit. But Lunder is very, 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 very good at Tottenham Hotspur. Not as much as Wembley. Don't know what's in the grass there, but more just FYI, little nerd nugget right there. So I like that a lot. I like that we're not doing these crazy big dogs right now. Like usually I like to go like a plus 14 or if we're looking at college football, I go plus 6.5 and plus 20.5 as my picks this week. Gonna stay a little closer to home. this is not necessarily a revenge game in the fact that this team got beat by the team they're facing, but there's been some things that have been said about an OC that was from the head coach who was formerly the head coach of that team. And without getting too confusing, because I'm starting to confuse myself, the New York Jets plus 2.5 against Denver. I fucking like I love what Nathaniel Hackett is already putting in this team, basically saying, hey, remember when Sean Payton shit talks? Not just me, he was shit talking everyone. And I'm gonna come correct. Zach Wilson going against the worst pass defense in the country. I think he low key has himself a day. I think Garrett Wilson has a day. I think just the New York Jets overall have a day against Denver, and I think they went outright. I like the plus 2.5. Why not take the +2? But I think the Jets went outright, and this is where we start. I promise you, if the Jets win this game, I can personally guarantee that on Monday morning, on First Take, on Get Up, on whatever the FS1 is, any of that shit, you know what they're going to be saying? What's Aaron Rodgers' timetable for return? Is he potentially going to be back for a playoff run if the Jets can somehow get to the playoffs? I mean, Greenberg's going to be creaming in his fucking pants if the Jets win this game. He's going to be all over the place on Get Up come Monday. So I see it happening. Give me the Jets. Revenge game. Fuck the Broncos.
Fuck the Broncos. Fuck.
Sorry, Parker. I know you're maybe listening, but fuck the Broncos. I don't care.
I like that, man. I might take the Jets just on the money line.
Oh, I mean,
you
honestly,
sold me.
I will.
Yeah,
For the sake, I'll take the 2.5 points.
Because
But
you might as well take the 2.5 points. But
yeah, no, for sure, going to be putting that into a little parlay. So I love that. Love that. Where are we going with Over City here? Where's the first destination, Sean?
Over City, hitting where some of the best golf courses in the country are. Take me down to desert. Take me down to Scottsdale, specifically Glendale, a little northwest for the directional folks of the greater Phoenix area. Give me over 44 in Cincinnati, Arizona. Cincinnati, show me something. You show me something. Score some goddamn points for. I'm hearing that Joe Burrow is as healthy as he's ever been. Okay, perfect. Let's go make an offense here. Arizona rolls over for no one. They, I'm not. They gave up a bunch of points to San Francisco, but they moved the ball on San Francisco. When they have to, when they get like a 2-minute warning type of thing, they'll probably be middle of the road in most of these offenses that we're seeing right now. Like especially when I watch like the Steelers, when I watch like the Giants, no, that Arizona offense is much more capable. Yeah, when the Bears can sometimes get it going, but yeah, I think Cincinnati just goes off in general and probably carries most of this total, but 44 in that game.
Love it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, show me something.
Yep.
Show me something.
Max?
I've had a couple, so it's gonna be a tough one to decide. I really like a few, but I don't want to spoil anything. If Sam, you already have one of them. I'm gonna go to Detroit, and I don't even know what the fuck I wrote down. What is that? Whoever Detroit's playing, Jesus Christ. Oh, Carolina. I did. Yeah, my handwriting's so bad I can't even read it sometimes. Detroit, Carolina, 44 points. We saw what the Lions did against the Packers, and what they put up. I don't think Detroit or Carolina's going to put too much up, but I think this is kind of where Bryce Young, for some reason, I just got a feeling like Bryce Young's going to have a pretty solid game. He's going to get probably 2 tutties, one interception, and probably like 250. I'll say like 240. But I think it's gonna be like their Lions defense isn't crazy good, but they're not crazy bad. But I think they can get the ball moving and get some points on the board. Detroit will probably put up 35 again. But I think Carolina can at least get 10 on the board. I'm going to be honest. So And maybe Detroit puts up 40, and then I just need a tutty. So I like it.
I,
The
yeah,
44, me and Sean sitting at
You might even,
44.
yeah, same number. You might even get like a defensive touchdown from the Lions in this.
Exactly.
I don't know about y'all, but has there been more defensive touchdowns in the first 4 weeks of the NFL than you ever thought possible? Like, I feel like every time I turn, there's a pit. Like, I feel like there's more
It
defensive
seems
touchdowns
like it.
this year. I know. I know. We got Witherspoon with the pick. Steelers got two when they
In one
played the
game.
Browns. Yeah. I mean, every time I'm looking, there's someone that's getting a defensive.
Broncos got one last week that
Yep.
ruined the game.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. So, no, I
Uh,
like those.
Cowboys got one.
Cowboys have gotten a couple this year already. I mean, shit.
No,
Yeah,
that one Micah one should have counted too.
it sounds like the Giants, anytime the Giants play someone, maybe we just throw a sprinkle on the
Defensive touch.
touchdown.
I
No,
mean, dude, Jalen Ramsey pick six.
I don't hate
This
that.
Is he playing this week?
Dolphins.
oh, is he not?
Well, he's been out the first few. He's like on
I don't know.
he was on the IR, but maybe he'd be eligible to come off this week.
Hmm.
I didn't even honestly didn't. I
Might
hadn't
have
watched.
the fact. I mean, what's his name? Phillips, the pass rusher. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's D end or outside linebacker. That guy's a fucking monster.
Yeah, they had a
Looking
bunch of
forward
like
to it.
Phillips was out. I think what's the guy Holiday or something in the safety they have.
Or is
They
that
had a couple
Holland?
guys. What's up?
Is it Holland?
Yeah, I think it is Holland. They had a few guys out for. I mean, they still got Bo Race, but they had a few key guys out in that Bills game.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, Xavier Howard was out too in that game.
Damn,
Jeez.
they
Jeez.
really only had Christian
Yeah, they had
Wilkins.
3 starters out.
Yeah. Well, maybe we hammer Miami now. Shit. See what those guys are playing. If not,
Yeah. I'll check the injury list.
I like it. I like it. Sean, I was tied with Cincinnati, Arizona 44. And what I'm gonna go with, really, really torn, and exactly what you said. Joe, fucking show me, bro. Can you put together 24 points? Because I know at least the Cardinals can put up like 17 to 21. So you guys better be able to put up more. I think it's like Cincinnati -3. Don't like that line just because of how ugly both teams have really been. But Arizona's going to give them a game. I'm going with Philly and the Rams over 49.5. I think that's what it is. Yep, 49.5. Going with the over there. I think Philly's got a really good D, but I think that with the Rams, also potentially, I'd say it looks like a 30-70 chance that Cooper Kupp comes back. If he comes back, that changes a lot of things. But overall, I think regardless with Kieran Williams and that offensive line, Matt Stafford, Puka, Nakua, like I think they can put up some points. Philly's given points up to Sam Howell in that offense. So I like the Rams offense more than Washington personally. Just the way that they've looked, I think talent wise, you could argue that, but Stafford and Nakua and maybe the possibility Kupp comes back. You never know. Philly's going to score 24, 27 points. So I don't think it's too far of a game. So give me over 49.5 there.
That might go. That might crush over.
Yeah, I could see that being like
Phillies are
14
scoring a lot of
7 in the
points, and
first
they're
quarter.
giving up a good amount of points too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about the Puka shattering the record for like most yards in first 4 games or something?
Yeah,
I think
It was over Bolden.
yeah.
You beat me.
Not only that, I think the yards he has in the first 4 games even would win in the first 5 games. Like he could get 0 and he still would hold it through the first 5.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's-
So you beat me to that. That was the one thing I wanted to
Oh
mention.
shit! I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Nugget.
Yeah, so the record, I guess the most recent record breakers, Cooper Kupp in 21 with 43 or 431, I mean, and then Calvin with 423. Puka beat it with 501 this year. And someone quote tweeted that and was like, I wonder what they all have in common.
Matthew
And you
Stafford.
Yep.
Oh,
Ah,
I saw that.
that's interesting. Good for him.
Yeah.
Bro, when he loves a dude, he loves them
Yeah.
hard.
We
He
gotta
falls
call him
hard.
like the hourglass, or I don't know, what's something that's like just goes through time. Like he's timeless. He's like stainless steel.
Dude, he's
I'll
still
think of something better.
Yeah, he's Rolex.
I'll workshop and get back to it on the next pod.
Yeah, he's a Rolex. He's a beautiful what's the type of house? English he's a beautiful English Tudor house.
Is he a nice farmhouse? Just
Yeah,
many decade.
yes.
Oh,
Max
you
Max
guys-
can get us on the appliances inside.
Yeah.
Did you guys know he went to the same high school as Clayton Kershaw?
No.
No way. I didn't know that.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh, good shit. All right. For what you already said it earlier, Sam. I will in fact take the Lunder. I just going off everything Max said. I think Buffalo probably gets out to a slow start. Just they were so great last week. I think Josh Allen was so close, like to the sun. I'm looking for some doy plays here. Jacksonville hasn't shown us anything about them running a fast offense this year. It's at a snail's pace. So yeah, I think, and 48 is a good amount of points. So I can still win this with some scores, even like you know like a 28 to 17 still hits there. So like there could be a fun game, and I still win that under. Certainly, Steelers. Don't be afraid of that 38 in Steelers and Ravens. They will for sure find a way to hit the under there. But in this case, I'll put in the Jacksonville Buffalo, the Lunder.
No, you know what? I'm sticking with it as well. That is it's not the one I had. No, it's one of two. The other one I had is Colts Titans, and just thinking more about that, I just don't like it. We saw what Derrick Henry did last week, and the fact that Anthony Richardson can probably rush for 3 tutties himself and throw for like 2. Like, I just don't like that. So
I believe in that Steichen. That Colts like their team isn't that good, but their coach is like really good at scheming them up. Like they're these games. They're scoring.
Yeah. Yeah, they score. So that's why I was like, well, and Titans are kind of slowly getting into the role. Derrick Henry had a little rough start, but I mean, he threw a fucking passing touchdown last week.
Yep. All right, well, shit. You guys gonna go with the Lunder?
On the Lunder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Top of the morning, too. Yep.
I think last week, we had you guys both went on it last week, so
Oh, really?
yeah, you both went 2-0 on the Lunder last week with Atlanta Jacksonville. So I mean,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
are we trying to win?
Yeah,
we're trying to win.
Definitely paying attention to this London game this week. I got 2 this game or this pod.
Yeah, let's go. Yep, you are gonna be locked the fuck in here. I'm going with I think I went with Tampa and New Orleans last week. Yep, I did. I'm seeing the theme here with the New Orleans Saints. They just make every goddamn game ugly. I mean, I was stupid and I had the New Orleans Green Bay over the week before last week. So I've been pretty religious when it comes to the Saints over unders here. I'm going with under 39.5 for New Orleans and New England. I think they both have good defenses and not good offenses. So I'm not really overthinking it. The other one I was really leaning towards, my number 2 was the typical 17-13 match we get between the Ravens and the Steelers. Who has 17? Who has 13? Switches up every goddamn time they play. But that was my other one there. And those are, I love the London under as well. So I'm probably going to be playing I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I was going to say a Jacksonville Buffalo, like a Jacksonville plus 5.5 with the under, and maybe tease that a little bit, maybe grab 3 points each way. I don't know. I think 7.5 Jacksonville. I wouldn't really go any more than that. So I like that. So I'll probably do like under and then 7.5 parlay. So should be plus money. I like those. Any other unders or overs worth honorable mention.
And on all the ones that I'm playing.
Yeah. Over, I think I mentioned oh, no, I didn't. Over Kansas City and Minnesota at 52.5. I kind of like I said earlier, it's a little iffy, but I think both of them kind of just going to be shooting out. As well as Dolphins, Giants. Like you said, they could just put up 45. I mean, they put up 70 against the Broncos. So anything's possible. But those were the only other ones I had written.
Let's move to the prop section. I started with 40, was able to dwindle it down to 5, so I am very much looking forward. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Man was cooking in the lab, Max.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, I do. You know how you write like a paper in school and you do like maybe not 6 drafts. You do like 2 drafts at most, like a rough, maybe a rough, and then a final.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hated having to do the rough draft.
Yeah, the rough draft is like 40 picks.
Rough draft of the rough draft.
Yep. Yeah. A rough draft is like 40 picks. Rough draft is like 7. And then it's like, okay, where's my bread and butter? Gotta, dial in, the eyes get all big when you see all the numbers and just gotta so yep. I do like my props. There's a little bit of a theme here, but Sean, lead us off, my friend.
Absolutely. So one thing that led to victory last week was taking or that hopefully I'm doing from this last week to this week was taking the Lunder again, as that was victorious last week. Hopefully it also hits this week. Last week I was successful in taking the running back against the Giants. So you know what? Go ahead and give me the running back against that sorry ass Giants team. Oh, it happens to be the Miami Dolphins. They're pretty good at running the football. They got a guy, Devon Achane, who has ran for over 100 yards in each of his last 2 games. His number on rushing yards prop this week is 51.5. He might do that in 2 carries at some point during the game. So go ahead and give me over Devon Achane, 51.5 rushing yards.
I love that.
But oh yeah. Hey, quick. Well, you guys already know, but I had recently just played him in 2K.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is he good?
No, we beat him. We beat him by like 6 points. He wasn't bad. His player was pretty solid, but it's funny because I mean I played a couple other NFL guys. You never play the NBA guys, but it's funny. That's the most popular NFL player I've played against, so it's funny.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I mean, yeah. Yeah. All right, Max. Yep. Well, who do you have?
I got a young stunner that has just been slowly. I mean, he's slowly getting the hype now, but he's been flying under the radar as a rookie and a rookie franchise quarterback that is, and that's Sir Mr. CJ Stroud. This man, his last 3 games has been over what he's projected for passing yards. And his first game against the Ravens, fantastic defense, was just it's 5 yards short. So give me CJ Stroud, 246.5 passing yards. This man, he looks fantastic. I mean, I've seen some shit where they're like, whoa, you're complaining about Justin Fields not having a line. Look how fast this man is getting the ball out. And I'm starting to again, I'm on that Justin Fields train, but this dude gets the ball out and 2 of these wide receivers. You're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like this man, he's got these wide receivers looking fantastic.
Nico Collins, dog.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fucking what is it, Wells? You just hit your funny bone.
No, I said from.
No, you keep talking, Max. Sam's being
sorry. But yeah, dude, he looks solid. 246 against a not so great but decent. I mean, he's gonna clear that. He's gonna clear that. So I love it. Give me that 246.5. CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
I'm not giving love to one OSU quarterback. I'll give love to another.
I
Fair.
hope that he has to throw a lot as he's losing to Atlanta. And Sam, Michigan.
Yes. Yes. Good call. Good call. I mean, dude, so if I'm looking at Houston, so from your perspective, Max, I'm looking at Houston's offensive line. They have Laramie Tunsil at left tackle. So I'd say three levels above. I'd say 3 levels above the Bears offense already. Josh Jones, solid. Michael Dieter, solid. Shaq Mason and George Fant. I would take their offensive line over the Bears offensive line. So fuck anyone who says that.
It was probably only like the 2 plays where the line collapsed too. So it's like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, Nico
He does
Collins.
look good. I mean, you got 306, 280, and then 384 in his last 3 games.
Yeah. No. I mean, I totally agree. I actually wrote that was one of my 5 that I wrote down. Wasn't well, I was hesitant because I was like, I don't know what to think of the other teams. Looking at their offense, they definitely should be able to clear that. So I like that a lot.
Also, top it off. Actually, I'll say it after, just in case. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, just in case in case it takes mine. Fair. Look at you being all respectful and shit. Sean, what was your prop again? I went to type in.
Achane over 51.5 rushing yards.
Thank you. So for me, I was a little torn, but I am going to just stick with the theme of the revenge tour. I don't know what it is, but give me Zach Wilson over 203.5.
Our man is loading up leverage on.
I have so
dude.
much leverage on the Jets right now.
Are you gonna play the over too?
So I wrote it down as an under, and then so
Wow.
then when I started doing the other shit, I was like, okay, maybe I should chill here.
Your math wasn't working out so well.
No, my math
That
wasn't
ain't
good.
nothing.
No, and that was the thing.
No,
is
I mean,
like,
like that's still all could like you'd have, it's a lot slimmer
Yeah.
margin, but
Yeah,
one-
just watch a field goal. They drive and then get stuck in the red zone, and then they gotta kick a field goal.
well, and that's the thing is like, honestly, you know what it really is more than it is Zach Wilson and the Jets revenge game for this specific prop. The dog has the, Nathan Hackett's a bitch ass, sucky ass head coach. All right, they're gonna be fucking ready to go. I wouldn't even be surprised if Rodgers is on the sideline just going ham. Like I think I don't even know, but maybe he will. Maybe he will. But I think it's more for me watching Fields throw for what, almost 300 yards. Was it 295 or
he
something?
looked
like that?
great. He looked great.
He did. And I just think
And
I don't know.
some of that was probably Fields.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But I think that you get Garrett Wilson in a one-on-one matchup with any of these dudes. I think I'm taking that. I was deciding between Zach Wilson or Garrett Wilson over on either receiving or passing. So I was going with the Wilson. Give me Zach Wilson. I think it's going to be close. Like low key, it's going to be tight because I don't know how the game's going to go, but I think they're going to have a couple last second throws, be able to get that in. I like the Stroud one. I said Garrett Wilson already. The other one I really like, and I'm coming around to the idea of the Lions being good. It's still just a weird thing to see as a Packers fan. It's like, yeah, what the fuck? Like the Lions, I would bet against them every week, but David Montgomery's over 70.5 rushing yards against Carolina. I think that is a very good play. So yeah, those were kind of the two aside from the Garrett Wilson and Zach Wilson. But yeah. Any other props you guys liked?
CJ Stroud over 1.5 passing tutties.
Yeah.
3 straight with 2 tutties. So it's another one to look out for. That one's minus 105. My passing yard is minus 115. Not like that's a crazy difference, but obviously it shows that it's more favored towards the over.
Yep. I like that. Sean, any honorable prop mentions from you, my guy?
No, not really.
Okay.
Nothing worth mentioning.
All right. Well, let's get to the last, but certainly not least. I use my $20 no sweat bet every Sunday on our touchdown prop. And one of these days, it's going to win. And so that's what we're here to do now. Sean, do the honors,
All
please.
right. I'm going to this game sucks. If it's not on my screen at all, I'm not going to be that upset. But hopefully, at one point in the Saints and Patriots, the Patriots move the ball down towards the goal line and give me Ramondre Stevenson to stuff it in at plus 150. Just a hunch. Like they got absolutely embarrassed. They got pants last week. They go up against a Saints team that may even be worse than they are. So I think a little bit of a get right. I think the Pats get a couple touchdowns, and if they're going to get a few, I feel pretty good about Stevenson getting one of those.
I love that. Wrote that down. I need him for fantasy's sake. I have, as we said, my Jets exposure, my Ramondre Stevenson fantasy football exposure is getting a little scary here. I might have to dump some shares, but no, I love that pick overall though. So hopefully he turns it around. Max, what about you, my guy?
His name was mentioned not too long ago. It's another guy. I mean, I had to do it after playing him, so I'm going to go Devon A-Chain, anytime tutty, plus 105. You know what's crazy looking at it? The top 4 favorites for anytime tutty for that game is all Miami guys.
Yep.
You got Tyreek, Raheem, Devon, and Waddle all topping it. Barely. The A-Chain is the first one to be at plus money, and then Waddle's like plus 115. It's crazy.
No, I love that. That was one that I really, 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 really wanted. Was a little hesitant. I have him in a couple of fantasy leagues. He's gonna score. He's for sure gonna score.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I think that's the hardest thing about Miami is just to your point, seeing all the options that you might have. But you look at 2 weeks ago against Denver, everybody scored. Last week, a lot of people scored anyways. A-Chain is really he's just taking over, man. Him and Mostert. It's just kind of crazy to see. Like, I feel like
They can
from
do it
just
all.
a unit, like if I'm thinking of a specific unit from any team, like QB unit, wide receiver, running back, like I feel like the running back unit from Miami has given me the biggest surprise this year. Like that Denver game was crazy, but they've been rolling other games too.
Yeah.
They even get to throw Jeff Wilson in the mix coming up if they want to.
Yeah.
Just to get a fresh pair of legs in there.
Yep. No, I love that. For my touchdown, I will go with the quarterback that I think we've talked about a little bit. Just it's kind of funny because I'm going against him as a favorite. Sean's
kind of
going as
funny.
a dog, but it's one of those things where dude just gets rushing touchdowns. Titans are going to be tough as shit. I can easily see within the 10-yard line, I see a Anthony Richardson either design draw push him in the end zone on the 1-yard line, or he's going to scramble and be able to get a touchdown and maybe a design read option. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I've thought about 5 different ways that Richardson can score inside the 10. Yeah, it's Tennessee. Yeah, their defense is tough, but Richardson is that motherfucker when it comes to rushing touchdowns. So give me Richardson plus 115. And so for the people, I'm trying to pull it up. Unless you guys are already ahead of me. Does anyone have the parlay for what we have said?
No, sir.
Let me see. If you parlay our 3, it is plus 1,001.
All right.
That's a good little number there. You better believe I'm putting my $20 risk-free, no sweat DraftKings bet on that. I can do that as early as tomorrow.
I like how it somehow just gets 1 over plus 1,000.
Yeah, like what is
Like,
that?
Okay.
We'll take it. It's that extra. It's that A chain. It's the A chain at plus 105 instead of plus 100. I guess. I don't know.
Must be.
Must be. I don't do math. I'm not a math guy.
That's up to the computers.
Yeah, that's not my job anymore. Fuck yeah. All right, I love it. Let's see. Anything else? Any other NFL picks that you guys want to throw out? Packers are going to beat the Vegas Raiders on Monday night.
Yeah, Packers.
Just saying.
Steelers, fucking show me something. I'm so disappointed in all aspects of this team right now. I won't even get to the Canada stuff. It's not good, but it's not. The Kenny stuff, it's not good. The O line is just that doesn't get talked about, and they're so fucking bad. Yes, Sam.
Big Ben potentially the next OC at Pittsburgh.
You should have saw my face when that came across when he talked about that he would be open to that. Lit up like a kid on Christmas morning, man. Oh my gosh, I would put the headset on, Ben. Just fire away, King, please. He's
at minimum
go.
QB coach at minimum a QB coach.
He would be so good, just like in his ear there. I mean, the man pretty much called his own plays like when they would get. He has the NFL record for most comeback wins. He would essentially just tell his OCs to kick rocks with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I'm getting this done. I'm calling the plays and just backyard with a ball game.
Is it weird? I kind of I'm obviously I know you miss him based on that whole thing, but I mean, I miss him. I miss him because
people dude. Look at the like 2014 to 2017. That's like 5,000 yards a year, like 30. God, man, he was so good. He was so good. It's tough because he played at the same time as Brady and Peyton and those guys there. So like he's not at that level, but first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, I was so lucky to have him as my QB for over 15 years. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that would be so awesome. Even just like, if the season goes off the rails at the end of the year, like just, for the last 3 games, just come and have a tryout. See if you like it.
Why not?
Yeah.
He's already watching all the games. Just throw the headset on.
Him and Tomlin would be so fucking awesome.
I'm sure they still talk like
once. I'm sure Ben texts him his notes after each game.
I bet he does. 100%. He absolutely does not feel like he's stepping over a line. Like if we think we know Ben.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if you think like, oh, is this like no. Like even though he's not on the team, he'd probably text Mike, Mike, not even like Coach Tomlin after every single game. Like, here's what I liked, here's what I didn't like.
And Tomlin's just like, okay, thanks, Ben.
Yeah, right. Like just cool, thanks. Trying to run the team here, but appreciate it.
I mean, if we're gonna be honest, we look at that draft class. If that draft class gets implanted 5 years earlier or 5 years later, might be, and it was one of the best draft classes from a QB perspective, but I feel like they stepped
3 Hall of Famers.
I mean, dude, Phil, Eli, and Ben.
I mean, again,
throw them in a different era, and
Phil
the number
today
1
today would be like probably the 4th best QB.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I would take I would say I like Pickett, but it's just something about Big Ben, man. I don't know what it was. It's just like
he was a winner, man. He was a gamer.
And he's just bigger than every motherfucker. Like that's
what
I remember.
I'm gonna send you guys a fun highlight reel of him just bouncing off defenders and making plays, breaking the pocket, all contained. Right receivers at that point, no, just stop your route and just find open space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love it, dude. Yeah, that's a good class. It's weird. I mean, we're at the age where everyone's starting to retire, and We're getting the new age. I like the new age. I mean, Stroud, Young, Richardson. This is a great class of rookies that we got right now. So I'm
Yeah.
interested to see how that all pans out. I want to give a quick little shout out. I don't know if the Giants are so shitty. I am digging Seattle right now. Like I am digging Seattle. I don't know. They got a break this week, but I just want to say that if they start making a rumble when it gets towards the end of the season, maybe even a wild card playoff game, like I just want to put it out there because Witherspoon is going to be one of the best corners for the
From
next 10 years. Geno Smith, not bad. He's solid. He's doing what he's doing. Kenneth Walker's great. Charbonnet's great. Offensive line finally building around. You got Lockett, Metcalf. I don't know, man. Seattle is a sneaky team, as is the Rams. I feel like that division is like, oh, well, it's just San Fran. And now it's starting to be like, well, what about us? And so, I mean, yeah, San Fran's probably going to run away with the division, but keep an eye out for
they
those two
sneak
wild cards.
2 wild cards in.
They could. They
Like last
genuinely
year.
could. Huh?
It'll be like last year.
Is that what they did last year?
No, just Seattle like needed y'all to lose. It'll be like
Oh yeah. I mean, if it comes down to that, then fuck Seattle. But I don't think
obviously you aren't going to be in that combo, but
no, I don't think so.
I could see the Rams having the biggest difference of wins this year from wins last year.
Yeah.
yeah,
A healthy Stafford, man, they're a completely different team.
Oh yeah, they were shelling out
And they'll get
Wolford. They're shelling out John Wolford and I mean Baker off the flight. He literally
Kyron
got
Williams
off a
guy. Every
PJ.
time you look up on the screen, he's scoring a touchdown. We should have put him on the touchdown prop.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
Yep, maybe next week. We got what, 17 weeks. So we'll get to everyone. Everyone's gonna get a little love.
Everyone will get their shot. It's like
Yeah.
Little League. Everyone gets the bat.
Yep, exactly. So I dig it. Well, fellas, it's been great. It's been real. It's been real great.
I'll just add one more thing before I guess we'll let Max take us out on
Yes.
what he wants to say. Just because we probably won't have a pod or video out before this happens, but next Tuesday, October 10th, the puck drops for the regular season. We get Max's shiny new toy, Connor Bedard. Stepping into the paint bucket, PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. He's going to get to go up against maybe his idol, Sidney Crosby. I don't know if that is
That's
right.
cool.
I'm sure I'm sure he's a big Crosby fan, just given he's young and from Canada there. And Penguins -1.5 plus 110 feels pretty good there. So good luck.
Yeah. Super excited. Need to get that jersey ordered ASAP.
Yeah, dude.
Again, it's not gonna be nothing crazy. I think we're still gonna be a decent team, but he's gonna score. I know he's gonna score on Tuesday. So I'm taking that. I don't know what the odds are gonna be or what it is at right now. I'm taking it either way. I'm excited to see a bunch of fucking highlights. He's gonna be the Blackhawks are gonna be all over ESPN and all this shit. They're gonna be. It's like how the Oilers when they got McDavid, like now they're the fucking talk of the land. So super excited to see what happens. He's gonna. We'll see. We'll see a nice little 100-point season.
Yeah. Sam is coming up, and he's going to catch the for the DC fans listening, the home opener for the Caps, who host the Penguins.
Yep, I will. Well, Max, we need to order our Bedard jerseys now so I can wear that shit come next Friday. I'll order it to Sean's house.
I bet it's all sold out.
That's okay. I'll bring.
I'll put your rose red package.
Yeah. I want a Bedard jersey with a rose, crispy cold when I get that. Put that jersey on and I want to feel that ice on my chest when it comes to Mr. Bedard. If not, I've got Hossa, I've got Kane, and Taves. So I think I'm gonna go on.
I just found my Nicholas Hjalmarsson jersey. How about that?
How about that?
Last time you heard that name.
Is that
And
the
why would
black?
I have his jersey? I don't know, because he was my man.
Is that the black jersey? That's the Hosa one I might bring.
Yeah, no. So the Winter Classic, you have the Hosa version. I have the Jalmerson, which I might be able to finally fit in that again.
Nice. Great point. I don't know if I'll fit into any of my jerseys. It's been that long since hockey season, and you boys got me.
The Hosa one was pretty big.
Yeah, the Hosa one should fit. It should be fine.
That's a legendary jersey right there.
But it's
face
it's Penn's cap, so it's like I can't wear black as much and I can't wear red as much. So it's like, fuck, what do I do as a Blackhawks fan? I don't know. I'll probably
jersey too. I'm gonna get so many Canes games. Me and
Dude,
Tanner
you
are going.
should. I mean, dude, it's an hour and a half drive from the lake, so I mean, you could, you know, make it happen. I'm excited. I'm excited for hockey season. I don't know anything yet. You guys are more of our experts, so I will be kind of facilitator and asking questions going forward. But, I know that hockey always has good value from a betting perspective. I love a good +1.5 and a team pushes it to overtime. That's like my favorite thing in hockey. It's like overtime +1.5. Okay, we're going to overtime. We're fucking cashing. We're cashing the bet. I can go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And Sean, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I will say just ahead of time, -1.5s. I would net I recommend never really ever doing -1.5s.
Yeah, I'm more just doing it for the bit on the first game. I actually probably won't be betting a lot of hockey in general.
Well, I guess yeah, but like just like along the season and like especially like this is far out, but like come playoffs and stuff like it is scary.
Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, Blackhawks are not good.
No.
It's gonna be a 3-1 Bedard goal, and then I'll be happy because I bet Bedard goal.
Yep. I was gonna say we're just gonna be a Bedard prop podcast. We're not gonna be a Blackhawks podcast. We're just a Bedard prop podcast.
No, we signed some solid vets and we got some young talent. So I'm excited. Won't take up too much time on that. We've got all season for that. So
We'll start getting into that next week. I mean, we are a versatile pod. Yeah, we love our football and that is our bread and butter, but we go elsewhere. We got some MLB playoffs going on right now. We got NHL coming up. October is the best goddamn month of sports.
it is.
NFL, college football.
NBA.
Yep, NBA starting in November, I think, right? Is it it's like early November?
I thought it was end of October, but I could be wrong.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, it's something like that. But I mean, got some new stuff. We got Dame going to the Bucks.
Yeah, I know we didn't really, and we don't got much time because the Bears. But yeah, that's a crazy
38 minutes, 28 minutes.
Oh, we don't. But
26 minutes. Sorry, it says 8:18 kickoff on DraftKings.
Well, DraftKings is stupid, but yeah. So crazy ass trade for that. That they're gonna run it. I mean, Drew's now in Boston as well.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be
we'll get it.
Yeah,
we'll say. Yeah, between college hoops is starting to roll around. That's my bread and butter. NBA, like we are, fellas. It is just fucking sports until 2024. So let's get after it. Let's keep making the people money. You guys are fucking rock stars. Go Bears. I'm taking the 6 points. I might even sprinkle a little dopey ass money line. I got 50% profit boost on DraftKings. Why the fuck not? I don't care. Fuck the commies. I am anti-communist. And let's go. Let's
fucking go.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be so goddamn disappointed.
Let's go. Dope Bears. Let's go. Fellas, I love you all. Let's have ourselves a good weekend. Let's hit some winners. And Sean, we gotta start planning next week. Let's go. We're gonna have ourselves a boys. I can't fucking wait.
Yes, sir.
Love you guys.
All right, guys.
Baby.
Take it easy.